ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel, Houston Rockets Daily. My name is Jackson. I'm posting daily Rockets content. We're getting back to daily Rockets content. If you enjoy, hit the like button, hit that sub button. So today, the Houston Rockets, first off, they're 6-5 at home. They're really talented at home. They just took down the Phoenix Suns. Phenomenal defensive showing. And, if you listen to our show, I think the Phoenix Suns are a play-in team, but that's me being a little over-dramatic because I'm not a fan of, I'm going to take a note from Alvarado's playbook and call him that player. I'm not a big fan of that player. I think he's the dirtiest dude in the NBA, but I got respect for him too. He's a Hall of Famer. I'm talking about Chris Paul. The Rockets just took down Phoenix. They took down Milwaukee a couple of days ago, and we're young and we're gunning, man. It's very cool to see, and let's just break it down. It wasn't the most efficient, wasn't the prettiest game for Houston, but it didn't have to be, man. I think an important word to describe tonight's game was we pretty much had control. I mean, in the first half, Phoenix had 35 points. They had 35 points at halftime, and this isn't 1972. So that's very impressive, and I'm loving what I'm seeing. We're going to talk about players a little bit later on in the video, but free throws are a huge thing. First off, I really loved the effort on both sides of the ball. Guys like Tari Eason, Usman Garuba, Jalen Green, late closeouts better than no closeout. I love all the little things that we're doing. Guys like Usman, Tari, Jalen, they're just doing all the little things right, and it accumulates. So I love to see it, and the vibes are good in Houston right now. No matter what record we end up finishing with, if we end up getting to 30 wins, if we only have 20 wins, I don't care because our future is extremely bright. So we did turn the ball over 23 times, but as I was alluding to a couple of seconds ago before I got off track, the free throw number, it's just huge to me because we were the worst free throw shooting team. It wasn't even close last season. Tonight, 31 of 34, which is good for a 91.2% clip from the free throw line. I absolutely love it. We'll talk it off with player of the game, Jalen Green. Now, Jalen from downtown, 1 of 7, but he got to the free throw line 12 times. He made 11 of them. He finished 26 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. His playmaking this season has taken such a leap. And I don't even care about assist numbers because I like to use my eyes over analytics. His playmaking, not only for himself, but for his teammates, it has improved so much from last year. He's such a promising player. When you're a scorer, right? When you're a scorer, and you shoot 1 of 7 from downtown and you finish with 26 points, it is so impressive. I love how much he gets downhill. I love the contact he's been looking for. He's starting to get those calls now that he's no longer a rookie, and the future is extremely bright for Jalen Green. Now for our next player of the game, I'm going to go Jabari Smith Jr. What does suck is he only took 5 shots. His defense is impeccable. We really saw it more so in the Milwaukee game where it was just complete lockdown. It's not like tonight we had a bad defensive game. That's kind of how it seemed or how I worded it. But shooting the ball wise, I think he was 124% true shooting through 3 quarters or something like that. That might have actually been what he finished with because to my recollection, he didn't take a shot in the fourth quarter. I still want more plays drawn up for him, but he went a perfect 3 of 3 from downtown. It's crazy how he doesn't really get talked about much, but I need to see more plays being drawn up for him. I brought out a visual representation to describe Jabari Smith Jr. tonight, and obviously it's Land O'Lakes butter. One thing I did learn after moving to Florida is, maybe it says it on the thing, Land O'Lakes is just a little north of Tampa, which isn't too far from me. I didn't know Land O'Lakes was actually a land. So I imagine they have a lake. But that's what Jabari Smith Jr. was tonight. And, Paolo's getting a lot of praise right now across the league. And I guess it's because Jabari's shooting nights, it's not always pretty. That Milwaukee game defensively, he was a superstar stud. All season he's been really good for us defensively. But, he's also a really good shooter. I like how much more of a rim protector we're seeing. We're seeing him a lot more down below in the paint in the last couple of weeks, last couple of games specifically. But, the future is extremely bright for Jalen Green and Jabari Smith Jr. Alperen Sengun, 10 points, 16 rebounds, 6 offensive boards. That's the thing. It's effort. He got his 8th double-double of the season tonight, which ties how many he had last season, and we're only 27 games, about a little over a quarter of the way through the season. So I love Alperen Sengun, and I love that he also is getting a lot more praise across the league. It's still very minimal. I guess it's just because Houston, it's not like Boston. I guess it's not just going to drive the clicks home, but those three, it's so bright. And Kevin Porter Jr., also another one of those players. He's having a really good season this year. He is averaging like just under 4 turnovers a night. We saw 4 turnovers today, but 18 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Not a great shooting night from Kevin, but it's also, to me, it's really impressive how much he's scoring the ball more this year. He's really a really good scorer. Not even going to talk about the point guard and future point guard because, you know, I don't want to ruin the vibe. I'm still giving him the benefit of the doubt, right? Now, Eric Gordon, he had a couple nice threes. Kind of done with Eric, but, you know, when he's making those threes, he's a lot more enjoyable. Very, very respectable player, though. Once again, don't want to think like I'm disrespecting him. Now, the bench unit, KJ Martin Jr., I made a video on if he should get traded yesterday. I don't think so. I wanted to hear what you guys had to say. Most Rocket fans don't want him traded. He's a great cutter, and he's a solid 3-and-D guy, 3-5 from the field, 101 from downtown. He's so good at cutting and getting downhill. He's so good at it. And Tari Eason, man, 19 minutes tonight, 10 points, 7 rebounds, a steal, 2 blocks, 3 offensive rebounds. To appreciate Tari Eason's game, like, it's hard for outside NBA fans to appreciate a player like Tari Eason. Like, us Rocket fans, we can appreciate him because he's like always in the right place. He's always in the right place, and it's usually at the right time. And it's all the little things, man. It really is. Usman Garuba, 10 minutes tonight, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 steals, a block. We need to see more Usman Garuba. Gary Bird. I think we were 9-18 at this point last season, but there was that crazy 7-game stretch where Gary Bird was playing like Larry Bird. And my thing with Gary is, you know, if you're open, shoot the ball, bro. Shoot the ball. You know, shooters miss, but shooters shoot regardless. All right. Daishen Nix. Now, Daishen's a guy I struggle with because I got to tell myself he's so young. He's like a rookie. All right. He's so young. Some of those fourth quarter turnovers were definitely unideal. Who am I missing? I don't think I'm missing anybody. Bruno Fernando, 2 blocks, plus 17. He also is a guy I forgot to mention who does a lot of the little things that necessarily don't show up on the stat sheet. Couple offensive rebounds, couple of blocks, plus 17 is good for 3rd on the team. So I want to see more Usman Garuba and Bruno Fernando, right? Who doesn't? That's really it for today. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit that sub button. I gotta put this butter back in the fridge, but you know, I love taking down the Phoenix Suns. They're so bad on the road, man. They're 4-9. Yeah, I don't know. That player rubs me the wrong way. How am I supposed to trust a dude who doesn't eat meat? I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but we're getting back to the Rocket content every single day. I appreciate your guys' patience with this channel. My main channel hit 20K today, which is a pretty cool milestone. But doing the daily live NBA show, run my golf company. I've switched to making a lot of football videos on the main channel because basketball just wasn't paying those bills. So I appreciate you guys being patient with this channel. And we're getting back to the daily uploads. Right? It feels good to be back, man. It really does. So let me know what you guys thought about this game down below. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. I'm going to start editing, not this video because it's almost midnight here. The Eastern Standard Time is kind of BS at night. Quite annoying, but we're also working on the audio. I have a brand new mic that's over there that I don't understand quite how to use it. So audio is about to see an increase. We're about to get background music into this, hopefully a little bit of clips, and yeah, just make the videos a little bit more interactive. So, like I said, hit the like button, hit the sub button, but most importantly, guys, show some opinions on tonight's game down below.